So hello there and welcome to another video of the Shield Dude in the Couch. I'm your host Hector, and we have gotten to that time of year where we look back at the music that has come out in the last 12 months and we think, what are the best albums of the year? So I'm going to give my top 25 albums of the year. I'm going to divide this video in 5 parts. Every video will have 5 choices, starting with this one, 25 to 21, and I will post each one every Friday in December. So the last video will be my top 5 albums of the year, and for that video I will be joined by Señorita Sabrosura, and she will give her top 5 picks. But without further ado, let's start with number 25, shall we? So at number 25, I have the album by a band called False Figure, and the album is called Castigations. So this is a band, this is their debut record. They had like an EP before that, and they're from Oakland, California. And the style of alternative rock that they play, it's very 80s to 90s. Think of The Cure meets Depeche Mode and more alternative bands from the 90s. Like, I love the way that the music flows on this album. Is 10 tracks, 37 minutes, and it gets that retro style that I really enjoy. Need to listen to a song, I would recommend the song Possession. This is a song that it's really hypnotic and it has a music video to it, and I think it's one of the standout tracks on the album, so I would recommend you listen to that one. So coming up, number 24, we have the band Soul Blind with Feel It All Around. And this is another debut record. They had an EP. They're an alternative, like, grunge band. And what they sound like is like, take all those like bands from the 90s, like you think of like Silverchair, Collective Soul, other type of bands, and they have that sound. Great guitars on this album, and I really enjoy it. Like, I would recommend Bruce the Sore as a song that you could check out from that album. But I really enjoy anything that has that 90s sound. If it has a 90s sound, I will probably gravitate to it. So Soul Blind, my number 24. So coming up, number 23, I have a band from Puerto Rico called Moths, and they released a short album. It's 27 minutes. It's called Space Force. And Moths really sound like, they have like that retro, psychedelic 70s kind of prog with some stoner metal. And this album is an album that, through 27 minutes, you feel like you are in space. And it's really great. I would recommend that you listen to the song Awake. Really great song and a really great band. That's why it's at my number 23. So at number 24, this is one of the last albums that I reviewed, and it's the band Elder with their album Innate Passage. And Elder is a band that really has that prog down to a core. It really sounds like those 70s bands that really did that prog stuff with the psychedelic very good. Even though the album is only 5 tracks, it really sucks you in. And if I have to pick a song, I would pick Endless Return, which is the second track on the album. And it's really a great track with some synths and some really prog psychedelic to it. And great album. So Elder coming in at my number 22. So the last pick for this week is my number 21, and it's the band Tala with The Generation of Danger. And this is a band that has put out the record that Slipknot should have made, because oh my god, they're saving new metal. I didn't review this album fully, but such a great album. It's very chaotic. It goes all over the place. And the lead singer, oh my God, he can go from like very harsh vocals to sounding like Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. And sometimes all of that in one song. Like I would recommend listening to Stomping Grounds or that album. Just a great track all around. And really a band that I didn't know a lot. And I got to listen to this album and I was just floored at how good it was. So Tala, the Generation of Danger at my number 21. So coming up next week, I'm gonna go through my top 20. I'll start from 20 to 16. So see you next Friday and we will continue with my top 25. Thank you and good night.